Hello, Danielle Hayden here with the Hayden Group and Keller Williams Ann Arbor. And I am here to give you our daily update right now on coronavirus and COVID-19 and how the pandemic and the executive orders that followed here in Michigan are affecting the real estate industry. So we've gotten more and more clarity as the days go on about who and who is not considered an essential service and how this affects both active listings, active buyers, and current under contracts. So it seems that the title insurance industry and the lenders, appraisers, and maybe even the inspectors have all been able to now respond in real time to keep the active transactions moving along. Just in the last 24 hours, I've gotten appraisal back at value without any repairs requested, which was our last hurdle before going to underwriting. I have gotten confirmation that we do have another appraisal that is now finally booked after a very long delay. And the only thing there is that we need to extend by a couple of weeks in order to give them time to actually get out to the property and do an appraisal. I don't believe they're going to be entering the home. But so that appraisal is now booked, and we didn't know if that was going to happen. But they're telling us that it's going to be until about April 15th. Today is March 26th, so that is a big delay for getting out to the property and turning around with an appraisal, but we'll see how quickly it actually happens in real time. And then I have another property that was supposed to be getting an appraisal booked. That one took 10 days. We never heard a confirmation or denial of the assignment. It was reordered on Rush, and then underwriting actually came back and said because it was 20% down, they were going to accept the value as is and waive the appraisal. So we've got a lot of movement in the last 24 hours. We sort of felt stuck in our active transactions, and now they are moving along quite rapidly. The only thing we still have not been able to ascertain is whether or not an addendum exists from the title companies to allow for our time of sale authorization, which is the county approval of the well and septic inspection before we can transfer property. So the question is, A, are title companies currently using an addendum, and what does it say? And B, do we want our clients as buyers to sign on this? And what kind of risk does that present for them? So we'll keep you posted as we know more. We have reached out to a lot of our title companies in the area that we have contacts and relationships with, and we have not been able to confirm that an addendum exists currently on this issue. So that's where we're at with our actives, our under contracts. The other thing I want to show you is that this is a list of 22 properties in the Ann Arbor area that have recently gone under contract. So my plan today is to sit down and call each of these listing agents and find out, how did it go under contract? Was it a virtual showing? Were these people who had previously seen the property and now they're just snapping it up because they can't go and look at other properties, and what the backstory is there. If virtual showings are working and people are still buying properties sight unseen, then that is something really big that we need to know about. Who's doing it? What are the best practices? And how can we help our listings launch onto the market and get successfully sold? So I will do some digging and I will get back to you probably tomorrow with some more information on this. The other thing I just wanted to share with y'all is, it's a very emotional time. It can be very draining. And it's kind of a surreal experience to know that like your ability to leave your house is limited. And your ability to perhaps have certain access to supplies is limited. That's a very surreal feeling. And so I think that it can weigh on you as strong as you want to present yourself. And, if you're leading a team, for example, I'm leading a team, and I'm not gonna lie, the last 24 hours, I have found myself sort of slipping down into a little bit of depression. I think it's really important to take care of yourself, get good sleep, go out on a walk, and really try to be patient with the people that are in your life, that you love, because we're all stuck in close quarters and it can get a little bit trying. With that said, my team and I, we're very informal this week. about holding each other accountable for lead generation. Given the situation, I think we all just needed to figure out what that even looks like and what conversations we're having. But I did have a one-on-one with my market specialist today. We went over her 411. We identified what is relevant right now and what is not relevant right now. And we made sure that we put the relevant pieces into her calendar. And I know that one of her gaps right now that she's never had a ton of support with and never had a ton of accountability with is script practice and role play. And I know that as her leader, it's really important that I bring myself into that moment to be there and provide that to her right now, because it's not like we're bereft of opportunities right now to hone our skills. Just because we can't show homes doesn't mean we shouldn't be practicing our skills. So it challenges me to rise to the occasion as well and to stay accountable and stay on task. With that said, we don't want to drain ourselves all day, every day, just to do so. So what we've decided is we're no longer going to mandate morning huddle, but she and I are going to meet at 8:45 via Zoom, 8:45 to 9 o'clock. We're going to come knowing who we're calling. It's on the calendar who we're calling, what script we're going to be using. And we're going to script practice and role play with each other and do it with intense focus and expediency so that it doesn't become like a long sort of like drawn out process. But we're going to do 8:45 to 9 o'clock script practice and role play, whether it's calling our database or whether it's calling business to business partners to reach out and see how we can help them right now. So Monday and Wednesday is database. No, sorry. Monday and Friday is database. Tuesday and Thursday is business to business. And she's made a decision on Wednesday to go ahead and comb through the MLS, see what is and is not changing on Wednesday mornings, and then to spend an hour calling her active buyers so that she can just check in with them and see how they're doing and give them updates on where we are currently in the real estate industry with the buying process. So that's that for right now. I just encourage you all to be super focused about what you need to do in the next couple weeks to really hone your skills and your craft, and still balance taking really good care of yourself and your family. Many of us are home with kids, so God bless you. And I will definitely let you know what these 22 agents say about how their properties went under contract when we cannot show homes. I'm super curious, and I will report back to you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye.